Some games can be tough, and no matter how hard you work, they can be truly unforgiving, or damn near impossible. And when you compare the amount of effort you need to put in to 100% these games, compared to those other games that give you achievements for literally doing nothing, this can be frustrating. However, there are also games out there that have what you would think to be virtually impossible achievements that are actually easier than they seem. This brings us to our list: impossible achievements that actually have an easy mode. And my voice will sound weird for this list, guys, because I've currently got a cold.
Sweet! Beaver with a chainsaw!
Now these aren't going to be literally impossible achievements. That's for a completely different list. No, these are either really, really hard or crazy time consuming. And I'm not going to be promoting hacked game saves of any kind, but if it is a feature of the game or some form of glitch, then it's fair game. Number 8 is But If You Turn It This Way from The Little Acre. Here, you control Adrian and his daughter Lily. They're on a mission to try and unravel what happened to Adrian's missing father, using classic puzzle game adventure logic in beautifully hand-drawn environments. Now, you can technically beat the whole game in 1 hour, and even 100% this in one playthrough if you really push yourself. So its achievements aren't really rare anymore. However, But If You Turn It This Way achievement requires you to use an orb with one console and then quickly switch the orb to another console before the power drains completely, so that the door will open. This is easier said than done, and the opportunity to do this is a little ways into the game, so if you time it wrong, this can mean replaying a whole section of the game over and over again, so it can be extremely frustrating to unlock. Luckily, to avoid this, all you need to do is quickly reload the save after failing and before the game autosaves. This way, you can easily replay this section without having to go over large chunks of the story over and over again.
Lily, does when in doubt, dance it out mean anything to you? Right.
At number 7, we have Sega Mega Drive Classics. This is yet another attempt to milk Sonic and all the other old Genesis games for all they're worth. I mean, it's not like they could make Sonic look any worse now, right?
Meow?
Anyway, just like the last one on our list, these achievements are not impossible per se, but they can be annoying and time consuming if you were to do them legitimately. And it's not really cheating if we use a built-in feature, right? And luckily, the rewind feature takes the hassle out of all of these achievements. Make a mistake? Simply rewind. Need to do so many actions over and over again? That's okay. Do it once, rewind, and repeat. And don't worry, the game's debug mode doesn't void achievements either. So, say you need to get all 6 Chaos Emeralds? That's a simple feat. So with all these features available, you should easily be able to complete all of the achievements in this game without even having to worry.
So.
Yeah, it's actually better.
At number 6, we have Minecraft. Now, I'm pretty sure at this point Minecraft doesn't really need an introduction. And yeah, some of the achievements here are pretty easy, but some take you an insanely long time, unless you have the right seed or are cheeky enough to download an achievement world. Luckily though, you don't even need that. If you have an Xbox 360 or Xbox One edition of Minecraft, they literally give you an achievement world, in the form of the tutorial world. Here, virtually everything is handed to you, and you can use it almost like an official achievement world. All you have to do is not save and quit, and any contents inside the boxes will respawn, meaning that you have almost limitless resources, in addition to all the extra stuff they've got going for you. Here, you can farm a ton of achievements that would normally take you hours to complete. Now these may also exist on other platforms too, but these are the 2 that I know of. And the beauty of this is you can upload these tutorial levels to the new Minecraft version that's multi-platform. Number 5 is arcade game series PacMan. Now, PacMan is an old school game. It was developed in the 1970s and came out in 1980, and some of the achievements that they've created for this thing can be insanely frustrating. Luckily, all you need to do is go into the settings and turn select round to on and starting lives to 5. With round select in place, you don't need to be a PacMan god to 100% this game, which means it doesn't matter how much you die, provided you get to the next level with at least 1 life, you can restart again from that level with 5 more lives. This should help you to unlock all the level-based and collectible-based achievements in the game. But the last few will take some skill, repetition, and planning, unless you plan on abusing the save game feature. And I know you guys would never do that. Right? Guys? Right? Number 4 is Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. The Anniversary edition of Halo Combat Evolved provided a visual overhaul that made it look on par with current gen games of the time, while retaining the original feel of the game compared to newer installments.
Am I right, Marines?
Sir, yes, sir!
Damn right I am. Now move it out! Double time!
Here, in the first level, you can easily pick up 4 rare achievements in one go, provided you've located the following skulls throughout the campaign. You need to have Famine, Grunt Birthday Party, and Bandana. Famine gives less ammo, and Bandana gives unlimited ammo, so they essentially cancel each other out. Grunt Birthday Party just provides some needed entertainment. Therefore, you can easily get the Sansa achievement for using 3 skulls on heroic difficulty or higher. But if you set the difficulty to legendary and plug in a second controller, you can let your main profile just sit back away from the action and be the respawn location. Therefore, at the end of the level, you can easily unlock He's Unstoppable, Walk It Off, and Overshields are for sissies. This is because you completed the level on Legendary without taking health damage, without picking up a health kit, and without picking up an Overshield. Granted, Player 1 wasn't really doing anything apart from being a respawn location, but the game doesn't know that. This also works to get the latter 3 achievements in the Master Chief Collection, but the Master Chief Collection doesn't actually have the Sansa achievement. You also don't even have to worry about unlocking the skulls first, you can use them automatically.
No matter the score, I'm always ahead!
This cackling head's the voice of a generation.
At number 3, we have Bioshock Infinite and its Heartbreaker achievement. If you're unfamiliar with Bioshock Infinite, it's the 3rd installment in the Bioshock series and is set in the flying city of Columbia. Here, you control Booker DeWitt, the false shepherd, tasked with saving Elizabeth. Although, she can actually take care of herself during a firefight, and actually tends to help you out. You can use a combination of weapons, gear, and vigors to take on a range of different enemies. And just like the Big Daddies, the Handyman is a human bonded to a large mechanical suit, which makes them like a crude cyborg. These things are a pain in the ass to fight, and to get this achievement, you need to kill one by only shooting his heart. Luckily, there's a glitch that makes this insanely easy. Once you get to the Plaza of Zeal, after the Handyman shows up, you can trick him into getting stuck up on the roof. Simply jump back down, and he's stuck up there. And from here, you can easily just snipe his heart to grab this achievement. Number 2 is Ori and the Blind Forest, and its Immortal and Supersonic achievements. Now, Ori and the Blind Forest has a beautiful story, music, atmosphere, and visuals. But it also includes time-sensitive jumps and incredibly unfair and difficult sections that would make any Super Meat Boy fan proud. And that's what makes the Immortal and Supersonic achievement so difficult, as in order to get the Immortal achievement, you need to complete the whole game without dying. And to get the Supersonic achievement, you need to finish the game in under 3 hours. Luckily, there's a little tweak that takes the pressure off. You can copy and back up your save, which means that we can take what was once some virtually impossible achievements and make them now just an exercise in save game management. Just make sure you save and back up your save regularly, and if you die, simply delete that save and reload the backup save. Sure, this doesn't take away all the challenge, but it sure as hell makes it a crap ton easier. And remember, it's not cheating if it's a feature, right? Besides, in the Definitive Edition, they clued onto this and added the Unhinged achievement for beating the game on 1 life difficulty, where you can't copy your save. And at number 1, we have Bioshock with its Brass Balls achievement. Now, to say Bioshock is one of my favourite games would be an understatement. From your initial crash landing, to viewing the city in the bathysphere, from having your cherry popped when you get your first plasmid, to the one-punch combo. and to finally taking out Andrew Ryan. However, I always felt the Vita Chambers were a major crutch. I mean, I started on normal and changed it up to hard pretty early on in the game, and by the time I got to Neptune's Bounty, I was running back and forth from the Vita Chamber to the Big Daddy just slowly chipping away at its health, with no downside. So I restarted the game, and vowed not to use it and reload the last save if I died. Then, later on they released an update with an achievement for this, and of course, my save wouldn't work, so I played through again, but it still didn't unlock. So I thought I must have done something wrong, so I played through again, but after it didn't unlock for the third time, I looked it up, and turns out you actually have to click a little button to turn Vita Chambers off, otherwise it doesn't count. So I had to play through yet again, and it finally unlocked. So for those playing at home, I beat this damn game 4 times. 4 times on hard. Before I unlocked the Brass Balls achievement. And apparently, the remastered edition contains a glitch that I was unaware of.
Hello!
And it allows you to cheese this. You can play through the game on easy with Vita Chambers turned off. And simply switch to hard at the last second and it unlocks. Granted, I wouldn't have done this myself the first time round, but by the time you get to the 3rd or 4th, yeah. Anyway, that's our list, guys. Would you kindly click that like button and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any future content? And if you think someone else may enjoy this, give it a share. It always helps.